Hey everyone, my name's Joe Hunting. I'm the director of We Met in Virtual Reality, which is showcasing in the Venice VR program this year, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to chat with my good friend Finns about Finns' amazing project that's also showing at Venice this year. I'm going to hand it over to Finns to please introduce yourself and what we're going to be talking about.
Thank you, Jules. Hi, my name is Finns. I'm a work creator in VRChat, a social online platform for VR users and desktop users. I've been creating work for the past 3 years, and today I would like to introduce Treasure Heist, and it's a project that will be available here at Venice this year.
I'm so excited to talk to you about Treasure Heist. As someone who loved Magic Heist and Mind Heist, the other worlds in the series, I'm really intrigued to see what you've got in store for us this time. My first question is, what was your inspiration to come back to the series and, make a whole new heist?
So I think it would be good to go from the beginning. The Heist series was just born out of a simple VRChat jam, I think back in 2020. So making a ride world has always been a thing that I want to do. Ever since I moved to the United States when I was a little kid, I was taken to Universal Studios and Disneyland, and I was so inspired. Like this ride with like narrative and with like excitement and things that happen during the ride. And ever since I grown up, I want to instill that experience to the players. And the Heist series is a way to deliver a quick, accessible narrative and an entertainment to the players in the simplest form.
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought up the influence from Disney rides and going to Universal Studios as well. That's something I felt straight away, because these adventure rides are so accessible and they really guide you through, and it's so easy to just suspend your disbelief and go on this journey in this ride, and I absolutely adore it. I'm curious what sets Treasure Heist apart from the previous rides that you've made.
So, Treasure Heist will be a spin-off of the Heist series, and it will be a recurring theme. So the character that we see in Treasure Heist will be come back every versions. We are gonna be joined by Henry R. He will be our main character, and he will be guiding us through various adventures throughout the Treasure Heist series. So the first of the Treasure Heist series is Domain of the Gods, and this is stemmed from one of my favorite childhood movie, the Mummies, Indiana Jones, and like recent video game title like Uncharted. I just want to instill that sense of like adventure, and it's not necessarily need to be like serious. There can be some humors and some fun part in there as well, just like the movies. But I think the biggest difference when it comes to Treasure Heist and something like Magic Heist is that Treasure Heist is a hybrid between on foot and also on ride segments, because I do think that roller coaster in VR is something why I try to make it as accessible as it is for many players. Some people might not able to handle the motion sickness and the VR fit. That is something that you need to come naturally with somebody, but some other people need to build up the tolerance. And I want to able to give that tolerance in slowly by introduction the world slowly with like an on foot, and like this balances out so people have like part where they can kind of like calm down and part where they can prepare for like if they are not used to the right system in VR.
Oh wow, this is the first time you've created a ride with that hybrid between on foot and being on a ride.
It's
is
the
that
first
right?
one.
It's the first one.
That's right.
Oh wow, that's so exciting
That's
to me.
right.
And I think in terms of accessibility, that's a really good idea in giving people that space to explore and understand and climatize with the themes of the world. I know in the previous rides, you could also create a cage around yourself for people with motion sickness. Is that something you've done with this one as well?
Absolutely. In every ride world, in every heist world, I would say, I try to accommodate to people who just not used to VR. And I think the cage, just having the anchor, like a vision anchor, like just knowing that you're surrounded by something and it also has something in front of you to expect. I think that helped a lot when it comes to motion sickness in VR roller coasters.
Right, yeah, that's something that I really respect about your work. Moving on, I'm really excited to ask, what does it mean to you to be sharing this ride in the VR chat world in Venice with the Venice VR audience?
It's such a big honor. Like when I first started creating world, and even when I started the Heist series, I didn't expect for this to be able to be at such a prestigious. I am completely humble and honored to be a part of it, and it's very exciting, and I can't wait to show everybody what Treasure Heist is about.
Good. Yeah, I can't wait for the audience to see it as well. My final question is, how can the audience access the world? Do you know how that will work yet? Is that something you're still working on?
So as far as I believe, if you have already a VR player, you can just go to the menu and type in Treasure Heist, and it should show up. Or you can also type in my name, and the world should be listed under my name. But for the audience at Venice, I believe the tour guide, especially, I think at the immersive area, they should be doing. There should be like a schedule for you to be guide through Treasure Heist with a tour guide. So you also have somebody gonna be guiding you through the experience, just in case that it may be difficult or confusing. So don't worry, you should be taken care of.
Fabulous. Okay, so if you're in Venice, find your tour guide, or find me, because I'll be in Venice as well, showing We Met in Virtual Reality, and I'm so excited to try this when I'm over there. And if you're in VR chat, search Treasure Heist and give it a go. Thank you so much for your time, Fins. This was really awesome introducing the world. Look forward for people to
It was
try
a pleasure. Thank you, Joel, for your time. It was a big pleasure. And thank you, the audience and everyone that's Venice for this opportunity.